are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. There's Wilson. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
He'll find Eskridge here complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Carson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I'm not ready. You gotta go right here, you gotta play big. 54.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Reed going to bring it out of the... Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You force the fumble, But when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken success. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
2nd and 6. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. This is Carson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Buying time to his left. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out. Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. It's early. 54. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man out.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down.
Check.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 74 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge, 70 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? But you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. To throw is Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Returning right back to Lockett.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try to run with Carson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
You pop. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
They'll look to throw. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
They run the counter. It's Carson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Wilson on the keeper, and he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This time Wilson will throw. Flushed out right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. They'll run on 1st down. It's Thornton, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. On the move to his left. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, Wilson. Short little throw to Ebron. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to Swain. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Hill. Steps away. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll move him back within 6 now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Thornton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, it's Thornton, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Out to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Hill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes to throw it. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. Play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chiefs, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.